Hi there, we're the MA and we're in London today looking at cider trends. So right now we're at the Umbrella Cider House, so let's get inside. Welcome to Umbrella Cider House. I'm here with Matt. And Matt, do you want to tell me about yourself and this place?
Yes, so we've been going for about 10 years. We moved here in Bethnal Green a couple of years ago. We've got a production arch, which is obviously this one where we make all our cider. And we've got a tap room in the other arch just next door. We buy apples from around the UK. We bring them back here. We ferment them, blend them, package them, and then sell them direct to pubs or to distros.
Okay, so do you want to tell me about your range briefly, the ones that go in the on-trade?
Yeah, so we've got, in keg, we've got an apple cider, which is 4.5%. This is a combination of Davenant, which is a traditional bittersweet variety.
Right.
So this is a native to the UK, and we use a lot of dessert fruit as well. The dessert fruit we buy from quite large distributors, but they buy all the fruit which is not attractive enough to go on the supermarket shelves.
Right.
They juice it, and then we use that as well. So a combination of traditional cider varieties and dessert fruit.
Cool. So how would you say, obviously we're coming into cider season for sure, if not started already, how is cider performing for you?
Our sales are very much linked to the health of the pubs. So if pubs are struggling, it basically means we're struggling, and that will be across craft beer and stuff as well, because their main outlets for sales is pubs. So we've got the World Cup happening now, which is incredible. Like we're behind on production,
right?
Because we've sold so many kegs.
Brilliant
this week. Brilliant, yeah. I mean, it's the thing with cider is it peaks in summer, and then it troughs. So in winter.
Yeah,
and we still sell. I mean, people do drink cider all year round.
Yeah,
but there's always a big spike in the summer because it's just a great drink to have when the sun is shining.
For sure.
Also, we've got a rhubarb cider which I didn't mention.
All right.
Trade. So we buy rhubarb again from the UK, fresh rhubarb.
Brilliant.
Which we ferment with dessert apples.
So, you actually hit on a point there. How could pubs or operators make cider more of an all year round sort of drink? Because as you said, summer heavy, isn't it?
It is. I think it's incredibly difficult to change drinking patterns which have existed for generations. I mean, and I'm similar myself. Like if it's raining in the middle of winter, you want to have like a nice stout. If it's sunny, you want to have a pint of cider. I think that because cider as a category as a whole is as is the whole booze category in the UK is slightly shrinking. But that doesn't mean that it's a bad thing for us necessarily, because the people who are feeling it the most are the huge incumbents like Strongbow, people like that. Whereas the craft section is slightly growing. Okay. So even though people are drinking less, they're drinking higher quality.
We're at the Harp now. Let's get inside and have some cider. Do you want to tell me about the cider range at the Harp?
Range we have one keg at the moment because we're a fuller's house. That's called Churchward's. And what we tend to do is have bag in box cider behind the bar in boxes, just drawing it straight off.
Brilliant. Okay. All right.
Lots of people come for that.
Okay. So, is there any? Would you say you have bottled range? Do you have a
bottles
at all?
Yeah, so drafts or keg.
Yeah,
it's Cornish. Bottles, old moot. Yeah, sweet.
Yeah. Okay.
But nothing there for lack of space. And if we're using the bag and box up proper real cider,
okay.
People love.
So, how would you say cider is performing currently at the Harp?
Very well. Like I said, people come for it.
Yeah.
What have you got on today? We change the range all the time, so we use a couple of distributors. So we've always got a different that. So we'll have some of the strong ones. Something nice and low, 4% usually as well, just for a sessionable.
Of course. Well, yeah, it's also the right time of year, isn't it? For cider,
and fruity things as well.
Yeah. So how can a pub make cider a year-round drink?
Oh, in the summer it's very easy. It's cold, refreshing and sweet. In the winter, what we tend to do, we usually have an urn on the bar. We'll mull it.
Right.
So we'll put, we have particularly good mulling syrup we can use.
I see.
That, something different. It's a little bit sweeter than mulled wine.
Yeah.
Not everyone likes a red wine, but a nice sweet, nice hazy one works really well.
Oh, sounds good.
Yeah.
So what would you say the trends are right now?
It's usually in the summer. It's the fruity stuff.
Yeah.
You tend to find cider drinkers know what they want.
Right.
So some of them like the dry, some like the sweet, but it stays where it is. I haven't seen a lot of change because it's cider and that's what they like.
Yeah,
they don't
of course.
want to change.
Yeah. So is there any particular fruit that's sort of good at this time of year? Is it just all types of fruit? Or?
It's the fruit. Phyllis is just doing a thing with lilies.
Okay.
They just started it. I've got some pumpkins.
Cool.
So the fruity ones at the moment, we've just got a mango, a pineapple, cherries and berries, but also a perry. So a honey perry.
Okay. All right. Cool.
It's really nice.
Okay. I'll take your word for that. Have you got any tips for improving a pub's cider range at all?
If you've got the room, put them in the bagging box.
Okay.
If you haven't, you could always attach it to a hand pull.
Okay.
So your cask lines, got the connector there.
Okay.
The V-top connector.
Right.
It just attaches to your cask line.
I see.
It doesn't need to be gas powered.
Okay.
At all, so you can just pull it out.
Oh, nice.
Obviously, it keeps you keep it in the cellar so it's nice and cold.
Right. Yeah.
Being in the bagging box, it lasts longer. So if your cask sales aren't particularly brilliant, and you're struggling to put something on a hand pull, think about a cider on there.
Yeah. You've also got that sort of, you see it on the bar.
It's in front of you.
Exactly. It's not hidden away. Yeah.
And it gives it that more traditional edge.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Welcome to the Southampton Arms. This is North London, Kentish Town. Let's get inside, have some cider. I'm at the Southampton Arms here, and if you want to introduce yourself and tell me about the Southampton Arms.
Yes, I'm Glenn Murphy. I'm the manager here at South. Been here for 2.5 years, going on 3 years now.
Right.
But yeah, we're a small independent pub up Kentish Town, Gospel Oak area, sort of right on the border. And yeah, we deal exclusively, being independents ourselves, we only work with small independent UK breweries and cideries. So yeah, we've got 8 keg lines, 8 cask lines, 6 cider lines, and yeah, only 2 of those are permanents. House lines, everything else is on full rotation.
How do you make cider a year-round kind of drink?
I mean, I think for us, as I said, with people knowing that we are a cider pub, they do seek us out because we are a little avenue for people to get that cider all year round. The winter months, we've had a few of the ciders we've been getting in. People have been doing like spice variants and things like that to tap into that sort of wintry, Christmassy market. We do mulled cider as well, so it's in lieu of mulled wine.
Yeah.
We'll do a mulled cider come December, January, so we'll have a turn on the bar and make up some mulled cider and try and get people a bit warmer and festive. They sit by the fire, they have a mulled cider, and it's nice that way. So yeah, I think our range as well sort of speaks to a bit more of an all year round. So we're not all just fruity ciders. Like we'll always have 1 or 2 dry ciders on, like really super dry ones on. We'll always have a couple of sweeter ones, some medium. So even when it's dark and gloomy and people aren't necessarily thinking, oh, I want to have a mango cider or something, they might be like, oh, I can get this nice dry sort of 6% Somerset thing that'll warm me back up after I've been for a dip in the Lido or whatever.
You won't catch me doing
me either. I don't know how they do it, but people come in the middle of winter and they're like, I've just been in the ponds. And
really?
So yeah, we get a few people coming in trying to warm themselves back up again. That's where the nice big strong West Country stuff.
It's a beautiful
job,
Why wouldn't you come in here? Say I was an operator trying to sort of boost my cider range, if you like. Have you got any tips on how I could improve or do that well?
I mean, I think the best way to do it is to tap into like experts like Al and like other people like cideries, Luke's cider who were up in North London. I spoke to him a lot. I came from the pub before this one. I came from a pub that was very beer led.
Okay.
So it was like 25 taps.
Wow.
And one of those was a keg cider. So I came, I had some bottles and things like that, but I came in here and went, oh wow, this is like, I know all the beer stuff and I know, so instantly I sort of had to reach out and go, look, eat some humble pie, I don't know any of this, so what can you tell me, how can you help me? And people like Luke, people like Alice, people who are in the industry, are just so welcoming and want people to drink more cider. So I think you just got to reach out to these people and say, look, I don't know what I'm doing, but help me.
Yeah.
And they're just excited to have people trying their product and getting involved with it, that they're so eager to learn, to impart advice to you, that now 2.5 years on, I can sort of talk a little bit like I know what I'm saying, you know?
Brilliant. Okay, excellent. Thanks very much. We're still at the Southampton Arms, lovely pub. So I'm here with Alice now. Alice, do you want to explain who you are and what you do?
Yeah. So, as I say, my name's Alice. I own Real Ale, which is a wholesale distribution business. We're based over in Walthamstow in North East London. Been going about 16 years. Okay. We specialise in small batch beer and cider, namely cask and bag-in-box.
Okay.
But with a sort of special focus on bag-in-box cider and perry, given that I'm from Herefordshire.
Okay.
Land of cider and perry.
So what's your range? Is it pretty much the whole gamut? Is it everything?
It is, yeah. It's pretty extensive. So I have a few ground rules. We don't work with any makers who include concentrate in their products. Okay. So say no to any fake stuff. We're not into that. We try and unearth as many makers who produce a maximum of 7,000 litres per year. So they're the real kind of jewels in the crown that we're looking for, but they're quite few and far between, difficult to get hold of.
I bet.
So we do our best to get in the van, and we will drive to go and find them, bring them to London. And otherwise it's whoever's making good stuff gets a chance of going on the list.
Okay, so how are sales for you at the moment? I mean, we're in summer, so I'd imagine they're decent.
Yeah, for sure. I think summer brings festivals, which is massive for us. So we work with the likes of Camera, and a couple of other London-based large-scale cider festivals, namely Cider Dog, which is hosted by the Miller over in London Bridge. Right. They have a range of 100 different bag-in-box cider and perries. So, you know, gigs like that are fantastic and really allow us to showcase the kind of range that we're capable of providing. It's quite few and far between because cider is not seen necessarily as like the nation's favourite drink. So it's something that presents challenges at times. But yeah, we're in a good season, selling plenty.
Is there anything that you would give as a tip to an operator? Is there if they were starting a range up, obviously you provide a good range of ciders. Yeah. Is there any sort of maybe easy level to medium to more difficult? Is there sort of a pathway? I
think some people, if they don't know cider very well and they think that they like dry cider, they don't. It's medium.
Okay.
Because give them a proper dry cider and they'll go, oh my God. So I would say start with a quite a conservative entry level option that's sessionable, not super high ABV. Perhaps it's made with East. I mean, and I shouldn't say this really because it goes against my roots, but the Eastern style stuff. Okay. Yeah. It is easier drinking. It's made with dessert fruit. Yeah. And I would say using that as a kind of place to start. Yeah. And always flavoured cider. The purists out there will hate me for saying it, but it sells and it gets the product sampled. And actually, samples are really important as well. So getting people just to taste it, and it's fine if they hate it, but they've tried it. Whereas what we get a lot of is people coming into our tap room and just saying, "I don't like cider. I want a lager." Yeah, and we're like, "Try an elderflower cider. You might just like it." And then before you know it, they've had 5 pints. So they're on the floor.
Well, that's a few views from the cider makers and operators in London. Great to see them all. This summer seems to be a big one for fruit cider, so hopefully that continues. Also, a few good ideas when it comes to looking at making it a year-round drink. So we'll see you next time.